So for our last little bit of time, you know, you have already talked a bit about tango being therapeutic and healing and how to bring it out into the world. Well, the Milonga is this special little intimate gathering, you know, and we're together there with a partner. And so it's really intimate. Could you speak to a topic that you brought up on Facebook about photography and technology coming into that intimate environment?
Yes. So um, I think that we all know that when we use our phones, we are not connected to our surrounding anymore, but we are also, or even maybe only connected to a group of people that is not in the room with us. And if this happens at a milonga, we are part of a social gathering that is very intimate. And I think that tango, like the essence of tango, is to have this like social gathering, to have this moment where people meet on a really like open and deep level, and then share 10-12 minutes of dancing together, being very close, but also to be in the room, not dancing, to still feel close to everybody in the room and to carry those on the dance floor, but also to be open and prepare yourself to meet other people and have encounters. And if I'm constantly on my phone, posting photos and videos and sending messages to other people, then I disconnect with the room where I'm in. That's one aspect. And then the other aspect, that when I take a photo with my phone, or maybe even when I'm a professional photographer and I'm taking photos of the dance or of people dancing, I allow myself to capture the atmosphere and those intimate moments that people are experiencing for my use, to post on Facebook, or to have a nice photo and do a gallery, or maybe even use it if I'm professional for my portfolio or something. And I think this is a problem that we are seeing in Berlin a lot, that we see in festivals a lot, and that we will see more and more, because the technology will develop. And that's why I think it's really important for everybody involved, but then especially organizers, to think about what they want to create at their events, and to find ways to create a safe space. For me, this would be like a no photography rule at our milonga. I would even like to have kind of like a rule where people ideally don't use their cell phones, which I know is very hard to do. And I also don't want to tell anybody, you can't use your cell phone, or you can't do this or that, because again, I don't think that a rule helps. I think the rule only creates a problem. But if we try to encourage people to be in the moment, and maybe have kind of like positive signs, where we suggest not to use your gadget, if possible, or if we see that somebody's on a gadget all the time, maybe go there and try to chat a little, and bring them into the moment again. And for the photography part, if I want to use photography for marketing reasons, to give a set time of maybe 1 hour, and say, from 12 to 1 there will be a photographer. If you don't want your photo taken, please let us know, so that we can make sure that that doesn't happen. that you still, have your safe space. But also people who want their photo to be taken, they know that that's the time to go on the dance floor and dance. And if we have an awareness, we can we can use the technology, which is good. I'm not against technology at all, but we can use it in a way that's healthy and helps us, and we can still try to keep this very essence of tango that happens at a milonga as a social gathering, and in the very dance, when you dance with a partner, close embrace, eyes closed, and you really don't want people to watch you, I think, and you also don't want people to take your photo when you're experiencing something with your partner that is only yours and it's no one else's.
It's like a ritual space almost,
Yeah.
Traditionally in a ritual, you wouldn't be taking photographs because it's not for human consumption, it's for the holy.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, but this is the problem, that at the same time, tango is, to me, tango is also a party. And it's an important aspect for me, that I personally like milongas that are a party. Like our milongas on Friday night, and Friday night, end of the week, people come and they just want to have a good time. And we want that too. So we sell alcohol. It's normal in Germany to drink alcohol at a milonga. And it's a bar, basically. It's really a club, and people dance tango. And I like that a lot. So if it becomes, like for our event, if it becomes too dense, then it loses this quality. So I would like to keep the quality, but still try to encourage an intimate atmosphere. And it's very difficult, and there are so many opinions about this, that I think it's important that we think about it. I think this is something that will come more and more in the future, and it would be good if we have ideas and opinions already, how, like, what we think about it, how we want to deal with this problem, or let's call it situation, not problem.
Right. And it's something that's occurring all over, everybody's on their phones all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really wonderful thing to consider. I hadn't thought about that necessarily at a milonga, and I really like that, having maybe a special one that is specifically for that reason. So that's a really neat idea and great thing to think about.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tomas. I really appreciate you spending the time with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Judah. Thanks for doing this.
My pleasure.